Hey Insiders, we've got a very special guest joining us here today who has recently just graduated from our flagship course LMA, which is the Life Mastery Achievers. And he's so graciously going to come on here today to share his experience from start to finish and everything else in between. So before we dive in, Anders, would you mind telling everybody what's your name and where you're currently based right now?
My name is Anders Holland. I live in Oslo, Norway.
Fantastic. Anders, thanks so much for being here with us today. Thanks so much for giving us your time to have a little chat and a conversation. And I just kind of want to bring it back to the start before we jump into LMA. And I'm just curious to know, what would you say was some of the biggest struggles or challenges you were facing in your life prior to joining the LMA program?
Actually, I have a quite bit of challenges since my childhood. I realized over several years later that me being traumatized in such a level I have been actually, as so many other people has as well. And I've spent a lot of years reading, studying, doing introspective studies in myself, being active listener within, trying to figure out the cause of everything. And that's been a kind of interesting way as well, but sometimes also very, uh, struggling as well with it, as you know.
Mm.
So before I joined and found Tim, if I can speak a little bit about that as well,
Yeah, yeah.
is that I came over the subject of doing some more proper studies, and I searched the net and searched a lot of places actually, and I figure out that this guy, this Tim, he resonated at a deeper level. There's so many people out there,
Mm.
and when I found him and just got this inner drive to take a next step to understand my cognitive level in my head as well, because that's a kind of a missing part in with me actually.
Wow. And for you, Anders, like these challenges that you had been facing from your childhood, from what you had gone through growing up into your life, how are these problems affecting your day-to-day life?
Oh, well, a lot of uncertainty, lack of self-belief, always been struggling at a level with myself. Do I fit in somewhere? I always been an outsider. I had parents that didn't take care of me almost. I didn't have any contact. So I was actually raised without parents, so to say. So I had to find out everything by myself actually. So when I grow up,
Mm.
I realized I didn't grow up. I was still a child.
Mm.
So when people manage their life, I couldn't figure out how could they do it.
Wow.
So I actually start to see that I have some very, really big issues inside. I couldn't really understand it.
Wow.
But I have come so far that I have had many great experiences as well. I know that the nice, divine guidance as well,
Yeah.
that helped me a lot. I had this great contact sometimes that really helped me to follow me inside, so
Mhm.
to speak, very easily about it. So
Yeah.
I come to the level where I realize that I'm a part of everything.
Mhm.
Everything is connected to all. I'm part of all that is, and so on.
Mhm.
So I have some really great, profound, deep experiences with the divine
Mhm.
that helped me actually to manage myself
Mhm.
and be able to actually take a step further in my life.
Beautiful.
Uh, it is difficult to find some words sometimes, but it took me some 180 degrees around.
Wow.
It changed my life so
Wow.
much.
Beautiful. And Anders, did you have any concerns that may have prevented you from buying the LMA program? Whenever you were about to enroll and come on board, were you skeptical? Were you trying to figure out who is this guy? What am I doing? Can I afford
Yeah,
this? And if so, how did you put those skepticisms to one side and be able to step forward and come here with us?
actually, I found him. He found me actually. All of a sudden, he popped up. I, I gave it a chance. I listened,
Hmm.
and I realized he was very. He has his heart. I can really feel his heart.
Hmm.
He has as well this very great concern about people's development, the eagerness to make people see and understand. And I could really feel that. I listened to others as well that came across my path, but I always came back to Tim. And all of a sudden, I just realized I just do it. He's the guy. So I pushed a button and bought the LMA course.
Wow.
And since I joined the LMA freely, he gave the 6 weeks, I realized that this was the right choice for me.
Beautiful.
I have listened to many others, but there's something with this guy that really dives deep. He knows really how to dig actually the small things out of everything. And he made me understand myself better. And that was kind of a deep dive, not only upwards uplift, but realize the things I'm carrying within.
Yeah.
Made me realize, for example, the survival mode, the survival states. I realized I've been living the survival state. Wow. My goodness.
Yeah. And what made LMA a good fit for you? Why was it the right choice for you, Anders?
The right choice for me, actually, since I'm a dive digging person myself, to try to figure things out. And he's the kind of the person that really does the work. I can really feel that he's really concerned, not just giving away lectures, but really digging so that you can really understand the meaning behind things. And it really actually touched me, and I really understood that this guy is really, wow, he's a master of what he's doing, actually.
Wow. And what would you say surprised you the most or made you the most happiest about this journey here with us at LMA?
Oh, the part surprised me most. Actually, what surprised me is the level of understanding, the level of how to connect all the big picture and make it understandable for me to see better, clearly, and become more aware of myself, actually. Not just bubble talk. It just really gave me some tools to work with.
Wow.
And to make me realize things about myself
Wow.
that I didn't think about before. That
And
was very uplifting as well.
yeah. And specifically now for you, Anders, what would you say is the biggest benefit that you've experienced from the program compared to the person that you were beforehand to the guy that you are here today? What has been the biggest benefit that you have experienced?
The biggest benefit, actually, now I have taken a step out of the role I had before. I see myself more clearly. And since the beginning, I was stuck in a survival mode. That's have had the most profound impact, I think.
Wow.
Woke me up to see that, wow, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I really had to take some steps now.
Wow.
I realized that I was really in a comfort zone. I was just blah blah, walking around, have a good time. Well, I thought I had a good time, but the thing is that I didn't. I rejected to see myself or work with myself. I realized that, well, I can't come any further in my life. I felt stuck. And he made me see that, wow, what am I doing? Do I play the victim role here? Am I a victim role? Am I a victim? And I thought, yeah, I'm a victim.
Wow.
I saw that, wow, I had to do something.
Wow.
So he pushed me in that sense that I still struggle I have some rejections about going further deep inside and learn. But that is the thing. He gave me the thing that the inner push to make me realize that, Anders, it's up to you. It's only up to me.
Yeah, beautifully.
Yeah.
Beautifully put. And Anders, for anybody that doesn't know who Tim is, or maybe they're just coming across Tim, how would you summarize Tim as a teacher, trainer, facilitator? What would you say about Tim?
I already said things about Tim to people I know. I say that he's the most profound person that really take my understanding to a new level. Since I also am with people that are aware of other people as well in this area, I see that the difference between Tim what I found is that he shows with himself the what to say the I really want to show people me what lies within, and that's things that's I think that's the most profound difference. I think different, and as a facilitator, he's fast speaking person. He's very motivating, and he make me realize that wow, what a gift! Life is a gift. And if I take care of myself now and follow his steps, I can really, really, really learn something because it's very systematically organized, very organized. I like that very much.
Beautiful. And to finalize here today, Anders, and appreciate you giving us your time today, what advice would you give to someone who might be on the fence about joining LMA? They want to change their life, but they haven't made that decision yet. What would you say to those people?
I would say just take a chance at it and go for it. Try out for yourself. Because I was a person I thought I knew a lot, but I don't. And do it for yourself, I would say. Make it yourself a gift. There's always something to learn. And he's a really good person that can make you actually realize and learn something about yourself.
Beautiful.
He's done the groundwork, actually.
Beautiful stuff.